New on Curiosity Stream.
From time to time, we have collisions between asteroids and the Earth.
We track them, we study them, we hope the big one never comes. Don't look up, it's Asteroid Rush. And alligators. They rarely get sick. They even outlasted the dinosaurs. Could they hold the secret to human longevity?
Their blood could have antibacterial applications.
Wade into the investigation on immortal alligators. Watch now on Curiosity Stream. Annual plans are $20, just $1.67 a month. Visit curiositystream.com.
What's up? It's your boy, the Ted Smith. Thanks for listening to the Men's Room Daily Podcast. Want more? Check out the greatest podcast in all the land, The Podcast. Be sure to subscribe and listen to a brand new episode every Tuesday night.
The debauchery rolls on. You're listening to the Men's Room with Miles and Thrill. 99.9 KISW.
All right, some sad news today. If you haven't heard, comedian Gilbert Gottfried passed away at the age of 67 years old. We got a chance to talk to him a few years back, and he came in and just took over the room. So, yeah. Today, instead of doing Sit and Spin with Ryan, we're going to go back in time a little bit and play our last time we had a chance to talk with Gilbert Gottfried, because he would want you to laugh, and I know that interview more than likely going to do that for you. But first time for a few emails from the men's room at KISW.com.
You've got mail.
I might as well just jump right into birthdays, guys. My kid is turning 17 today. She's a great kid and has been listening to you guys since she was 5-ish, against my wife's wishes. She would love the little kid face sandwich and Coach Ted pumping her up for all-star cheer. And yes, Miles, the cheer moms are super hot. That from Mom and Dad.
Fish challenge!
Tell you what, cheer's not the way you remember it, boys. It's serious business now. They got the pyramids, they're doing all this stuff. It's competition cheer, all-star cheer. Good luck out there. What do you stand on the sideline and cheer for some sports team? No, go out there, dominate. Bring that championship home.
Nice.
You know that men were the original cheerleaders.
They were.
I do.
And as World War I is when women took over.
That's because of the Civil War, men were the original nurses.
Really? Mm-hmm. Well, I'll be damned. Yeah. The men go off to war, then the lady folk take over.
Yeah. By the way, have you seen any of those cheerleading competitions?
I mean, bits and pieces over the years, but not.
Amazing athlete.
I had my master bedroom closet taken over.
Say what now?
My master bedroom closet was taken over by a woman.
That will happen, yes.
You get this little sliver right here for your stuff. I have all this rooms.
And then I'll tell you that I have nothing to wear. It's like that entire closet is yours.
None of this I wear anymore. Then why are you keeping it?
Yeah, do what I do. Keep a folded pile of clothes in one corner of your closet for 2 years. I don't know why they're still there.
Guys, today is my boyfriend Dylan's 23rd birthday. I also want to congratulate him on his new job. Going to get an original fish sandwich, a Suck It Up cupcake, and the birthday song. Thanks so much, guys. That from Sydney.
Do I get a fish sandwich? So, suck it up, cupcake!
Guys, I want to give a birthday shout out to my wonderful boyfriend, Tyler, 33 today. Tyler, I am so happy we met, and I'm excited for all our fun adventures. You're a great partner to have on road trips and in life. Could have Miles wish him some words of wisdom on turning 33, and Coach Ted talking about the fun road trip activities, driving to California. Thanks all. That from Elizabeth. Okay, let's see what we got here. All right, Tyler. Here's some life advice. Today on a drive, I decided to go visit my childhood home. I asked the people living there if I could come inside because I was kind of feeling nostalgic. But they refused and slammed the door in my face. Parents sure do suck sometimes.
Oh, no. All right, road trip down to California. First of all, be careful on the 101 down by Big Sur. Beautiful place, kind of a treacherous road. Second of all, don't let the Californias and every jackass on social media talk about in and out, in and out. You better stop at a Burgerville first, son. I want you going down there enjoying the good life. Burgers in the car, some Gatorades, and make sure for your birthday she does that one thing we're talking about on the road trip.
Paula Pacello has been listening since I moved out here back in 2014. Thought I'd try to get my first birthday wish on air. I'm 33, was wondering if I could get the Dirty Germans wishing me luck on getting that three-way tonight. Rock on, bitches, party till you drop, and trash till you die. That from Andy.
Yeah, I found the easiest way to have a three-way is to use both of my hands.
Yeah, it's the alternating grip.
Exactly. It's like a stranger.
Are you ambidextrous? Only in one form.
Yeah, I put an oven mitt on one hand. Feels entirely different.
Yeah, it's 33. You might be past the phase.
Yeah, you're at the tail end of it, bro.
Yeah, I'm like, well, 33, that happens, right? Like, who told you that lie?
Olabichalas, let's say today is my handsome husband Maddie's 39th birthday. We've been listening to your show for years and never failed to dissolve into laughter over your antics. You are hands down our favorite show. Packing to move this month, and our life has been a little chaotic, but I'm excited for the next chapter for the two of us. Not to mention our 420 anniversary right on the corner. So for his birthday, can I get a big old bong rip and Coach Ted giving him a pep talk about his last year before the big 4-0. Much appreciation for you guys. That from Nikki in Bothell.
Shocked I don't know who this is. I feel like I know most of the Matties around the city. Strong name. Always enjoy a guy that goes by Matty. Not so much Matt. Matty. Oh, you're 39. You better get it in. Whatever it is you're going to do. Next year it'll all be over. At 40, sure, you turn a year older, and then something crazy will happen. That's 40s.
Guys, I can't miss it this year. It's my lovely Lady Crystal's 43rd spin around the shiny guy in the sky. I'm so happy to be a part of her life and never show her enough appreciation. She's amazing. How about a fish sandwich? Or your penis is too small, and the dirty German's talking about petting her cat Santa. Thanks so much and keep on rocking. That from Ryan.
Can I buy you a fish sandwich?
Yeah, you might find this hard to believe, but I'm very open to petting your cat. Whatever its name is.
Yeah, just like we know what to expect, because it's called Santa, so there'll be a beard on it.
Yeah.
Hopefully not just white.
Or as long.
Yeah. So I hope the cheeks are red.
Albatross, it's my 51st trip around the sun today, so could you give me the ladies' man fish sandwich and an inspirational quote from Miles? Love you guys, and honored to run into Thrill a few years ago during his break outside. Keep on rocking, dudes. That from Jeff the Huff.
Can I buy you a fish sandwich?
Okay. All right, Jeff. Since you're 51, you are definitely old enough to be a dad. So it's important to know when a joke becomes a dad joke. And the answer is when it leaves home and never comes back. Guys, it's my dad's 54th birthday today, my wedding anniversary, but whatever about the anniversary. Can you give my dad a burp fart, a roof that won't leak, and a dump button? Much appreciated, guys. You all rock. That from Jordan with Zoom Drain. And
Zoom Drain. Look how hot one's back at 85.
Gents, my dad Tony is celebrating his 68th birthday today. I'm so glad to call him dad. I can't wait to cook up the ribeyes I picked up for the occasion. He also enjoys the men's room poll questions and playing along with you guys in Big Dummy. So can the dirty Germans give him some dating advice since he's been divorced since 2002? Thanks so much, guys. That from Alex.
Yeah, just trim up the chest hair, let the ladies know that you are available, but if you really want to get them, get yourself a puppy and wear a wedding ring.
Yeah, my advice would be you just lie about the amount of money you make.
Yeah.
You've been single since 2002. It's time to get back to the game.
Yeah, man. Throws your meat.
So Candy's like that. What does they call them? The sugar daddy? The sugar babies?
All right, guys, here you go.
Happy, happy, happy birthday. Happy, happy, happy birthday. Happy, happy, happy birthday to you, to you, to you.
Ya's a Dirty Germans brought to you by Men's Room Original Sausage. Available through Uli's World Famous Sausage, mensroomlive.com, and other fine retailers. Schweinefleisch.
Thank you, Bob, we appreciate it. All right, we brought up earlier in the show and at the beginning of the show that Gilbert Gottfried, one of our favorite comedians and guests, passed away today at the age of 67 years old. Family said that he was battling a illness that had been around for a
long illness, right?
But no one was expecting that that Gilbert wouldn't be around anymore. But he was a friend of the show. He stopped by here on more than one occasion. One of my all-time favorite comedians that I've ever seen do stand-up before. Saw him at the Parlor over in Bellevue. One of my favorite shows I've ever seen, and I'm happy that I got a chance to not only meet one of the nicest guys in the world, but get a chance to watch him do his stand-up. Now, as we said earlier, sometimes when we do interviews, we have the opportunity to sit down, hopefully in a commercial break, talk about what the artist is up to, shake their hand,
sure,
introduce ourselves, see if they want anything to drink, you know what I mean? Make sure
they're coffee, glass of water.
We're plugging the right things, you know what I mean? Is there any setup we can do for you? Anything you want to talk about? Anything you want to get into? And we do a little, like a little pre-interview, so to speak, before we go on the air. Well, that wasn't the case. The last time Gilbert Gottfried came into town, we were actually in the middle of a conversation, and Steve, I believe you were talking about alternative uses or means of being able to wipe yourself downstairs.
Sounds like me.
Gilbert just walks in the studio, and he just sits down. We have not said hello. We have not shaken hands. We have not introduced ourselves. Lord knows if he remembered the last time that he was around.
Right.
But either way, he was in to promote a show. So if we could, in honor of the late Gilbert Gottfried, let's go back in time. It's the last time we got a chance to talk with Gilbert. Time.
We talked about this yesterday, what people have used in place of toilet paper at the time of need. And we agreed because the guy used an empty bag of chips. And we said, look, man, when it comes to bags of chips, I know that like baked Lay's have a slightly softer packaging than regular Lay's. And there was a woman on the elevator today, and I was so tempted to say, she's standing across from me eating barbecue baked Lay's. And I'm looking at the bag, and I realize I'm staring at her smiling, and she looks at me real nervous, and I'm like, do I tell her and say, look, on the off chance that you gamble and lose, just so you know, I'm not saying anything, we're talking about this yesterday, you could wipe your ass on that bag of chips. It'd be better. Right, that's all I'm saying. A little bit softer.
Now, see, here's what I don't understand. Aren't, like, potato chip bags, like, a little too smooth? Don't they need some kind of
resistance? That's why the baked Lay's, man, because the packaging is a little closer to paper than foil.
Oh.
And we'd had a guy, and we talked about this. There was a Ryanair flight in Europe, and they announced, basically, after they locked the door, oh, hey, on this 3-hour flight, there's no toilet paper. So if you go to the bathroom, you got to improvise, and everyone has had to improvise, and a guy used a potato chip bag. You would have said baked Lay's.
So if I'm out of toilet paper, I can use a Lay's?
Gilbert, this is what we learned.
Yeah.
And this actually shocked me. We had a landscaper call, all right? And the landscaper, it's a science for him because he pointed out that in his industry, there's never a convenient place to drop a deuce, but you still got to do it.
Yeah.
So what they do is they start with the sleeves on their shirt, not the whole shirt, the sleeves. And he pointed out the shirt he was wearing yesterday was sleeveless from a passing counter. You can use the pockets on your shirt. Pocket on your shirt. But you can take the collar off of your shirt and use that. So you're not losing your entire shirt. And then you can use pants pockets and cut the elastic off your side. This guy had a science.
But you can dig a hole in someone's yard and poop there.
Yeah.
And
so he's pooping in your yard, but he's wiping with his own clothing.
So Lay's potato chip.
Back to Lay's. You're going to Lay's.
Yeah, because I still think.
Because you eat nuts.
Does it has enough like grab?
Right.
Yeah. Because I don't want just something sliding there. That wouldn't do any good.
But if you're using a bag of Lay's potato chips, I think it's safe to argue that there are no other alternatives.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I'm not just saying buy a bag of Lay's and go to the bathroom.
But are there leaves around? Aren't leaves? No.
If there's leaves, you're going leaves. Yeah. What? You use leaves first,
you would have never agreed to come on this program again if you'd remembered us.
Yeah.
That's the way we're going here.
So, in other words, there's no trees.
There are no trees.
You're taking a dump.
Right. This is an unfortunate, horrible situation.
So you're in the middle of the Sahara Desert
and you got
with
a bag
of Lay's potato chips. Right?
And you thought he brought them to eat.
There's a sidewinder rattlesnake going by you.
Yeah. And you don't have water or a compass or even sunglasses, but you're there in the middle of the desert with a bag of potato chips.
Just to wipe your butt.
Which I think would be the last thing I'd want to eat in the middle of the desert. There's potato chips.
Greasy fingers.
It's so dry. And what skunkweed is? That's a leaf or a cabbage?
It's a cabbage. It's a cabbage
leaf.
Yeah,
but that makes sense, man. 'Cause as far as produce goes, I would think a cabbage or lettuce leaf probably your best bet. More coverage, right?
Yeah.
Would you believe that's actually a vegetable? I would think it's just weed. I got skunk cabbage.
Well, Gilbert, I'm sure you've had a situation where there's no toilet paper. I mean, you've been to a gig before and had to use the bathroom real quick, and they don't supply the bathroom or whatever. I'm sure that's happened before.
Yeah, that's happened.
You're wandering in the desert a lot with potato chips.
I remember being at a club once, and we were down in the basement waiting around. I was waiting to go on. And I asked the owner, I said, is there a bathroom here? And the guy said, well, are you making a 1 or a 2?
It's like you're on the Greyhound.
Yeah, and I said 1, and he goes, well, because it's a big basement.
Oh.
So it was like you could just pee in the basement. That was a...
Did you ask him what you would do if it were a 2?
Yeah, then I'd have to run out and get some potato chips.
Welcome back. How's the Amazing Colossal podcast going for you?
Yeah, it's Gilbert Gottfried's Amazing Colossal podcast. It's on gilbertgottfried.com. And subscribe to it on iTunes or Sideshow Network.
People love it now.
Yeah, I mean, it's weird because I concentrate mainly on old show business.
You do. You had Larry Storch on the other day.
Yeah. I had two members. That's only one member of F Troop.
Yeah, Corporal Egarn
and Ken Berry.
Oh, he was the star.
Yeah.
He was the one everybody liked.
Oh,
now,
yeah.
could you imagine, and I'm being dead serious, Gilbert, when you think about the world where it is today, we were reading something the other day about Adam Sandler's doing a movie for Netflix, and there's Native Americans portrayed in a negative light, or I don't know exactly. Yeah. People have walked off.
I suppose it's a positive light that we've been so well known for.
Yeah.
That's news.
No tears, no trash.
That was an Italian dude.
Exactly.
The Indian crime because you littered back in the 70s TV commercial. That was an Italian dude.
Oh, that's right.
You remember that guy?
Yes,
hey, don't throw your trash in the goddamn woods.
With the one tear.
Yeah. Don't mess up the pine berries.
Yes.
Jersey's a beautiful
with the
state.
bodies in it. But isn't that weird that, think about F Troop and how just blatantly, it was a great show. It was very funny. But I mean, that would never fly today.
See, what drives me nuts with F Troop is I know if I had been acting back then, I could have played an Indian.
You would have been an Indian.
Yeah.
You would have been an Indian. Like, you would have been
a memorable one.
So even when you put up pictures of like the Batman stuff, like you really would have been a great penguin.
Yes.
Or it really would fit you. It makes sense. Instead of being on goddamn Celebrity Apprentice, where you have Donald Trump go like, I don't have a sense of humor and you're out or whatever. You're fine. I mean, like, goddamn, Gilbert, why do you set yourself up for that stuff?
Yeah.
You know he's got no sense of humor.
And I had on the podcast, I had Adam West, and Adam West said to me, he goes, you would have made a great penguin.
You would have made a great penguin. And why, when they do these new movies, they have the tough guy Christian Bale and all that stuff, but why don't they go back to the campier, kind of 60s, more kind of more comic book like?
And I had two cat women on the same episode. Lee Merriweather and Julie Newmar.
And they were both beautiful women.
Yes.
Beautiful redheaded women back in the day, you know. And the great thing about
Kit was one, but she's passed, right? Eartha Kitt is gone.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, they had, three different cat women?
But Gilbert...
Yes, Yes.
It's almost like you're archiving television. You're interviewing people right before they die, so we get the last word in on all the great experiences.
Right before they get their Lifetime Achievement Award.
But Larry, and you remember the time where either it was Glenn Campbell or Richard Pryor, but everybody had a variety show, Sonny and Cher, and Hee-Haw of the world, Hee-Haws.
Roy Clark and Buck Owens had a goddamn variety show.
But Larry would show up on all those shows. Like, Larry was, in a weird way, like, he was like this weird, like, Dinah Shore or somebody. Like, I don't know why I know you, but I kind of know you, but he was one of those guys.
Yeah, and Ellen, the Starline vocal band.
Right.
Afternoon delay.
Yeah.
We're talking about a nooner and having sex in this 5-minute window, but we're so sweet when we sing it. Nobody minds.
That's right. And we brought up Celebrity Apprentice. How was that experience? I don't know. Was it as bad as the wife swap thing? Or was it as contrived and you really want to win, I know. You do.
Well, with me, I came in not caring. But everybody else, they get into it like, oh, I gotta win.
Sure.
What do
you win?
Yeah.
Like, if you win, what do you win?
Because I would say to them, like, do you really think you're going to take over Trump Enterprises?
Right. Is it weird, like, hearing his daughter talk? Do you go, like, what the heck's going on here?
My father
you have two kids. Could you imagine if they sounded like you? Be like, don't listen to me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, how does she sound exactly like her dad?
Oh, it's very scary.
It's weird, isn't it?
Nice looking girl, but it's like, I think you'd be imagining, if you were having sex with her, you'd imagine you're there with Donald.
Then it got angry.
Sure, that's the best sex I ever had. Goddamn right.
Oh, man.
Getting you back.
Right. Yeah. Interesting thing. I don't know how long ago this was. It was probably 4 or 5, I don't know, 6 months ago or whatever. I picked up a New York Times, and there you are in the style section. And it's talk about the fact, and I'm not making this up, that Gilbert and his wife have redone their home.
Oh, yeah.
Redone their pad.
Yeah, I had a lot to do with that.
But here was the thing that stuck in my thing that stuck in my head, and I knew right away, because you know me, man, especially when we go to hotels, what I always do. I'll steal the shampoos, and I'll steal the soap.
Oh, that's the first thing I do.
I know that, I saw that. I'm like, I have a connection with Gilbert Gottfried. We steal, and it's not that you can't have it for free.
We steal.
Because you can. But what I'll do is, every once in a while, I'll take out the soaps and the shampoos, and I'll use them, because I feel like I'm on vacation when I'm at home. And that's what, but you have like pretzels from like TWA Airlines.
Oh, yeah.
You have like Pan Am matches and stuff. Like you've got seriously
I
old
have pretzels from Charles Lindbergh.
It's almost like you would be a hoarder if New York would just give you enough room to have stuff to put stuff in.
Oh, yes.
You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
if there were actual closets and places where you could stash stuff, you would have everything.
Oh, yeah. When I moved, I was, the wife forced me to throw stuff out, but I had soaps from Pan Am and TWA.
But you really did, I bet.
Yeah.
I mean, honest to God, in almost every hotel that you've been in, like you have a huge box, and most of these hotels don't even exist anymore. It's
Oh,
like,
yeah.
You know, like I don't know, like a Tom Bodette thing.
Did you ever get busted stealing like whatever the product is? And they're like, come on, man, you know, we need that here. Whether it's the Holiday Inn towels, does Holiday Inn still emboss their name on the towels? It used to be. It was awesome to steal a Holiday Inn towel because it actually said Holiday Inn.
Oh,
they don't have that. Was the prize, man.
Oh, yes.
Except that you stayed at Holiday Inn.
Steve, I'm not making this up. In the picture where they show Gilbert, and he's got the box of all the crap that he stole from the hotels, he's wearing a pair of hotel slippers. I don't think I didn't notice that, too.
Yeah,
I thought about gripping the slippers, too, but you actually did.
Yeah, well, because, I mean, they can use them afterwards.
Sure, that's a good point. That's a good point.
And, I mean, granted, they have the support of a piece of paper.
But still, they're comfortable.
But you can wipe your ass with them. if you're ever...
in the desert.
Yeah, if you're naked
hotel
in
slippers,
the desert.
and a bag of Lay's potato chips.
Attaboy. Gilbert Gottfried at Partner Live in Seattle tonight, 7:30, Friday 7:30 and 10, Saturday 7:30 and 10. All the details at partnerlive.com. It's always a pleasure, Gilbert.
99.9 KISW. The shenanigans continue. This is the Men's Room with Miles and Thrill.
All right, coming up in just a couple minutes here, we'll drink and we'll toast with a shot of the day. And we do have your headlines on the way at 5:50. But first, a quick check-in with Mike Hawk and some of the stories and headlines he is not working on.
All right, gang, the results are in. America has a new most trusted news source.
All right.
Are you ready for this? The most trusted news source in America, the Weather Channel.
They did it.
They did
Okay,
it.
yeah.
Those guys that you say don't know anything, have no idea what they're talking about, that's our most trusted news source. Congratulations.
We trust them most of all.
We did great.
What about if they talk about global warming?
A wild, is it javelina, was caught after it broke into a car and was eating Cheetos.
What is a javelina?
Basically,
It's like a wild little fox thing down in like the Southwest.
it's a boar, yeah. It's a pig. It's not
It's
a
a
fox.
pig? All right.
Yeah.
But it's still a wild thing. It's still a little wild thing.
Wild thing.
Wild thing.
And it is in the Southwest. Yeah,
Stop eating my Cheetos.
in the drier, hotter regions that we have in here.
Okay.
And they're a menace. Apparently, down in the Arizona area, they are the reason why you're not allowed to have pumpkins out at Halloween, because they will go up there and they'll eat it. They'll start wrecking everything else on people's porches.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
Good time.
They are a menace, man.
Oh, yeah. Tell you what, I'd eat one.
Did you pull up a picture?
Yeah. Looks like a little not wildebeest, warthog.
Little warthog.
That is an ugly bitch.
And if I know anything about pigs, they may be but they are not exactly...
They're not nice all the time.
Especially not the wild ones. The domesticated ones, sure, I'm sure they're nice in certain aspects, but hogs and boars and whatnot, no.
I'm smart and wild.
Keep your distance, man.
I'm a javelina.
CBR.com.
Give me some pumpkin. It's Halloween, and I'm at your doorstep.
I'm here for the Cheetos.
I understand you got some Cheetos in your car. Yeah.
How did he break into the car? Did he use his mouth to get in?
I'm a javelina. I'm smart.
This comes to us from CBR.com. It says, don't you hate it when a movie sucks and you feel like you're the only person that knows it? Is there any movie that has come out that everybody just raves about? It's the greatest movie ever, and you absolutely hated it.
There's been a few, even... I think the first time, there's movies that you watch and you knew that everyone hated it because it just sucked, right?
Sure.
But growing up, you always Citizen Kane.
Oh, yeah.
Check out, this is, and it was always the best movie ever made.
The Sound of Music.
And then I watched, what the hell is it called? Citizen Kane, and I thought, are you kidding me?
Right.
This movie sucks so bad, it is unbelievable.
And it was 3 hours back when the movies were 55 minutes.
And it sucks. To anybody. I don't recommend watching.
Mary Poppins.
Oh, I love Mary Poppins. Anyway, but it does say that this writer came up with a list of 10 movies that don't deserve their popularity.
Okay. All right.
Are you ready for this? Number 10, this one's going to hurt, The Blair Witch Project.
It was unique at the time. I
I don't know anybody that rewatches it. Almost everybody my age, especially in that area, I know everybody saw it.
Yep.
But I don't remember. I can't tell you last time somebody was like, you know what we watched?
It says iconic but not scary. I did watch it for the first time here recently, just a couple years ago, and it was captivating.
The problem is, once the cat was out of the bag,
right,
you had less interest.
Correct.
So when you believed that this was lost
based
footage
on
from a
true
documentary,
events. They
right.
always promoted it based on true events.
Right.
Once you realize that was a farce.
Right, it's not a bad movie, but the reason it was popular was because they sold it as, we found this
first
footage.
camera action.
Yeah.
And to be fair, I had seen videos where the spoiler had been out there several different times, so I knew exactly how that movie finished. I knew the last frame of that movie.
And I'm sure there's people that are better at computers, but it's 1999, 2000.
Right.
Like I remember my buddy Alex was just like, we gotta go see this movie. I was like, I've heard it's real. And he's like, I'm not sure. Let's go see it.
Right, that was the whole thing, right?
Number 9, Rebel Without a Cause.
I never saw that.
Yeah,
Neither did I.
I did in a history of cinema class, and it was okay.
I have no interest in seeing it, but
yeah. These are the 10 movies that don't deserve their popularity. Number 8, The King's Speech. This was the first movie that I remember winning Best Picture. This is when I first started kind of realizing all this stuff.
I never saw it. I remember the movie. I know it did well, and I want to say I've seen maybe 20 minutes of it once on cable or something.
It says so well made, but it's bland.
Right.
Which, yeah. Sorry, Colin Firth, that's his name, right? He tends to do kind of bland movies.
That's kind of what he does. That's the character he plays in pretty much everything.
Right. It's not that it's bad. It's just that's what he is. Number 7, this one's going to hurt. V for Vendetta. There's a lot of people, especially in my age group, that absolutely devoured this movie, loved it. I saw it and was,
I love the spirit of it, but as a movie, it's on a 1 to 10 scale, I give it a 6.
Sure. It says created a famous symbol, not a movie.
It did, right?
Yeah.
The Guy Fawkes match?
Guy Fawkes,
correct. Yeah. These are 10 movies that don't deserve their popularity. Number 6, La La Land.
Did not see it, but there's no chance I'm going to watch that.
Is that the one where it's white people explaining jazz?
Oh, is that what that one is?
Or no?
It's Ryan Gosling.
I know he's in one of those ones.
And some other chick.
Yeah, man.
It's jazz, man.
It might have been, because it does say not the modern musical that it wanted to be. So it could have been,
And trust me, I think I'm stealing that line from some other much better, funnier person. But I was like, why is Ryan Gosling explaining jazz to us? I love the guy. I just don't want to hear him talk about jazz.
I feel like he's not the voice for jazz.
Smooth jazz, maybe.
Number 5, Shakespeare in Love.
Did not see it because they added In Love.
And Shakespeare.
Is that the updated one where they're like gangsters?
No, I saw that one, though. I don't think that was
Kill
Shakespeare
Romeo.
in Love.
Is it?
There's a movie called Kill Romeo or Get Romeo or something like that. I think
thought
you
it
might
was-
be thinking that.
I thought it was just Romeo and Juliet. And it was like Romeo plus Juliet.
Yes. Yeah. That was an updated.
It was an updated movie, right? Where they didn't have swords, they had nines.
Yeah.
But it goes as bold to say didn't deserve Best Picture. Like it shuts that down. These are 10 movies that don't deserve their popularity. Number 4, The Blind Side. I liked that
being
movie.
a Raven fan, I
liked it in the sense of I could watch it with my kids.
Sure.
It's not like it's nothing I need to see again. It was fine. You know what I mean? It's just kind of like
not as white people save the day.
That's exactly what it says. Suffers from a white savior complex. So,
Jesus.
It's like, wow, that's a lot of stuff.
Okay, but to be fair, and I would say this as a brother, that was his goddamn life.
Right.
It's not like you came up with this plot and said, ooh, a different strokes, like, ooh, white guy saves the day. This is Michael Lord's goddamn life.
Right. This
These
was
white
his
people
story.
adopted his big black ass.
Right.
That's how his life unfolded, man.
He shot
I mean,
with
like,
a
I'm just
dart.
saying, I hear what they're saying, but but this is actually the guy's
They didn't
life
fabricate
story.
this happened.
He probably read that like, God damn, but it's my mom. You know what I mean? Like,
Exactly.
back off.
Daggone it.
Christ. Michael Noor, you set up that whole white savior thing.
The Dark Knight Rises at number 3, and I like what they say because I agree with it. Dark Knight Rises, that's when Bane came into town.
Oh, I love that movie.
It was a great movie, but it does. I agree with this. Pales in comparison to its predecessor.
I would disagree with that greatly.
The Dark Knight, I thought, was a better movie than The Dark Knight Rises. I thought The Dark Knight Rises was a great ending to the trilogy.
I don't have COVID because I've always worn a mask.
Yeah, I like that one too.
And
I like that one more than the second. I know everyone got all excited about the Joker one with Heath Ledger and all
Right.
that.
And
And I
maybe-
think that got a lot of love because he died.
Right.
And that's what we do,
I was
right?
about to toss that qualifier
But
in.
I think the third one, of those three, were Christian Bale. And and this is my opinion, I think it was the best, hands down.
Okay.
That is a good opinion to have.
Number 2.
By the way, I only want these 3-star spicy wings. I get heartburn.
He gets heartburn. How does he take antacids?
I am slightly incontinent.
Number 2, Inception. I enjoyed that movie. I agree that this one got a little bit overhyped, though.
It got overhyped, but to be fair, I'm a Christopher Nolan apologist.
Okay.
So for the most part,
I do like him as a director.
I really like him as a director.
And it was a good movie.
It was a good movie.
It does say that.
I was in that movie as well.
He was indeed.
Because if he does a movie, he hires me.
It says more pretentious than ambitious.
That's fair.
Because it kind of unlocked a new way of thinking, and so they kind of puffed their chests about it.
Sure.
You know, and it was visually a spectacular movie.
Oh, that was out of sight, man.
But,
that was crazy.
Right. But this is the number 1 movie that doesn't deserve its popularity. It took 10 years to make. James Cameron's Avatar.
Oh, I would agree with that. That is deserving of number 1.
I thought that movie was so boring, and I love sci-fi. And it's not that it's the worst movie, but I'm like, this is boring. Why is it 3 goddamn hours?
It says stunning visuals, but not much else.
I just remember it's in Comic Sans.
Yes.
Some kind of fun.
Okay.
SNL did a whole
that's
skit
right.
on it.
Everyone
That is exactly right.
Some other people, they chimed in. They agree with Avatar.
Yep.
Let's see. Game of Thrones as a show. They couldn't get into it. They say the new Batman, which I have not seen.
Okay.
But it comes out on HBO Monday, so I'll check it out.
Ooh, does it? Fantastic.
Yeah, I just saw that.
All right.
Napoleon Dynamite.
Agreed.
It's a fun movie.
That movie
but
was trash.
it's not. Bird Box, that was the Sandra Bullock thing on Netflix a couple of years ago.
I've heard to not waste my time with that
I've
one.
heard, make sure. And Titanic. And I love Titanic. We all know what happens. The boat sinks.
Yeah, fair enough. Spoiler alert.
She had room.
A man in Florida.
Thank you.
A man in Florida went to great lengths to get a discount at Wendy's, and I'll tell you what he did at $5.50.
Thank you, Mike Hawk. Headlines are coming up at 5:50. In the meantime, it's going to get tested online for Profile This at 206-421-ROCK. All right, if we made it to drinking time.